I don't care what you say, Signs is a top 15 favorite movie of all time for me. This man has one of my favorite movies of all time. And then he has The Last Airbender. I mean, his career is literally a roller coaster. Old stars Gael Garcia Bernal, sorry if I screwed that up, and Vicky Krieps, and it's about a thriller about a family on a tropical holiday who discover that the secluded beach where they are relaxing for a few hours is somehow causing them to age, rapidly reducing their lives an entire day. So for any movie lover out there, the famous words written and directed by M. Night Shyamalan pop up on a trailer or a poster. You get either very excited or you get very, very scared. M. Night has a very, very interesting career. I mean, you look at his filmography, there are movies that people love/hate. There are movies people love, and then there's movies they hate. It's really interesting. So going in this movie, I had no idea what to expect. I mean, it could have been the next Happening, or I could be walking into the next Unbreakable. Who knows? Of course, starting with our positives, first things first, M. Night Shyamalan himself made a great looking movie. The movie looks and sounds fantastic. And what he always does is brings his originality/style. Now, he did write the script to this movie, but it is based off a graphic novel. I've never read the graphic novel. I think it's called like Sandcastle. Never read it, never heard about it. So when I walked into this, I had no idea about that until after watching the movie. So watching the movie kept me intrigued. The first 20 minutes, 15 minutes, I was really into this movie. I was liking the locations. I was seeing like what's happening. I was trying to notice things because you know it's M. Night, so there's going to be a twist. So I was trying to notice little details. I picked up on a few things, but again, this is contain no spoilers for this movie. But obviously M. Night is M. Night. That's all I'm going to say. But like I said, I was very just intrigued with this movie. I love the idea of being stuck on a secluded beach and they're growing old very rapidly. And the best thing about this movie is people are going to be like, is it a scary movie? Is it a horror movie? Honestly, it is, but it is in a very different way. My favorite thing about this movie is that it's a scary movie because you're growing old. There are things that happen to these characters on the beach that are said scary, but really, it's real life. It's people growing old. And I think to me, it's probably one of the most scariest things, seeing real life, old abilities come to life very rapidly. That's terrifying, and I love that story about this movie. And being on the beach, I love the beach, the noises, the waves and everything. I was really into the setting. I was into the story. I really liked the concept around this whole movie. And like I said, I was very much into this movie for like 72% of it. But truly, I overall was pretty disappointed after watching this movie. Now, like I said, no spoilers about this movie. I will say this, for the most part, the acting is fine. I think Alex Wolff and Thomas McKenzie give the best performance out of everyone because they have the hard ability to be a 15, 16-year-old while also being in a brain-settling mind of a young 6-year-old. So it's really difficult, and I think they honestly pulled it off. Those two performances alone really saved the acting because for the most part, the acting was very stiff, and I think the worst part about that is this dialogue. The dialogue, I mean, wow. I mean, M. Night, I know you can do better, but I have seen in the past a few certain movies with some really bad dialogue, and this movie, this might take the cake with certain scenes. Everyone explains their job. Everyone explains their emotion, and M. Night, I feel like, isn't trusting his audience enough to where like, hey, I'm not going to show you this, but we're going to basically say it out loud for our characters. And I hate that about this movie because I feel like a lot of stuff could have been better with just, showing it, because that would lead to my big issue. The damn cinematography in this movie. Oh my Lanta. There are shots in this movie, I'm like, that is a good shot. And then there's some shots, I'm like, what the actual fuck are you doing? Like, there is a prime example. A group of characters are looking up on a mountain. Someone is climbing this big rock-ass thing. The camera is above these characters, and it's moving around. It's very much zoomed in to the sand, and characters' mouths are literally saying, hey, are you good up there? Yeah, we need to make sure you're up there. Oh yeah, we need to be up there. Okay, make sure you're safe. Oh, we gotta get up there somehow. How do we get up there somehow? Like, oh my gosh. And also the camera is zooming inward. Like, what the fuck are you doing? And of course, the ending itself, again, no spoilers, but I did sit there and I was like, okay, I like what you were going for. Like, I like what they were going for. I just think how it was shown to us and given to us was disappointing. So really, this movie has a great concept, a great story, really interesting, a really nice setting. I just think the performances and the cinematography and the dialogue ruined this movie. And after the movie was ended, I sat there and I was like, okay, I like where the ending was going, but the editing and the dialogue and how choppy it was just felt so anticlimactic and very disappointing. And I know it's an original idea, which I love seeing. M. Night goes for it, man. I gotta give him credit for that. He goes for his movies, and I really appreciate M. Night. I will always go and see his movies because, like I said, Signs is one of my favorite movies of all time. I love Signs. Sixth Sense is great, but man, oh man, I need him to get another one of those under his belt. Old just didn't do it for me. I would say go watch it because I know people who love this movie and I know people who are hating on this movie. So really, it's one of those movies you gotta make your own opinion. And I'm gonna give Old a C+. So of course, I want you to leave a comment down below and tell me what is your favorite M. Night Shyamalan movie. Mine, of course, is Signs, like I said, but I do want to know what is your favorite. Are you going to go watch Old, or have you completely just given up on M. Night? Because if you have, I don't honestly blame you. And if you hate Old, I honestly don't blame you either. There are many issues with this movie, but it's weirdly originally good. Again, it's weird. Maybe a second rewatch. We'll see. But anyway, guys, hope you guys enjoy this movie review, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye-bye, everyone.